Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sweet Remedy. This is episode 1 down, 3 upside down. As you always do with your number in a bike race, you never wear this number the correct way.
Well,
mate?
I do.
Well, you don't have a lot of luck either, do you? Like, did you win at the weekend? No. There, my point
I
exactly.
wasn't number 13 though.
What did you do at the weekend?
Matthew, at the weekend I spent a lot of time on an airplane, a lot of time on a boat, and I raced a race on Batam Island, just off Singapore. It's actually in Indonesia. It was hot, damn hot.
Well, we're here at the start. It's all happening, a lot of people around. It is very, very warm. Very, very warm.
39 degrees, 90% humidity. 130 odd K race, 150 K day when you consider your road home, back to the hotel, home I say, the hotel, from the finish of the race, and it was magnificent, I must say.
Who went with you?
The great Glatsby, Chris Glasby,
Right.
Paul Proddy,
Yeah.
Steve Beals.
Yeah.
Then there was John Clark, can't forget
Yeah.
John, and also the great Greg Stoyles.
Now, this is the thing. You kept on posting stuff about not lots, but little photos just to let us know how you go. Where was Greg Stoyles? You just never saw him on TV. Never saw him on Facebook.
Well, because he wasn't there. His bike broke, he went home. His bike got broken in transit. The poor bugger flew all that way, couldn't do the race. And
That's
might I
unfortunate.
say, thank you very much to the team at Cycler Sports in Singapore who organised this for us, to the Batam Tourist Board who went above and beyond in organising just one of the best races I've done in a long time, Matt. We had full rolling road closures in amongst the chaos which is Indonesian traffic. We had neutral spares. We had neutral water and drink service coming up in motorbikes. All you had to do was hold your bottle up in the bunch and the motorbike sped up and gave you a new one. It was fantastic. It was bloody hilly. 2,000 metres of climbing in the 130 kilometres of race. And look, we had a great time. And I would encourage anyone to go up and do this race. The teams from WA, the elite teams, the Sattlists of this world, the Verises of this world, you should look at going up and doing this race next year in the Category 1. You will be tested not only by the level of competition, but by the conditions.
So what category did you guys do?
We rode Cat 2.
So it was like Masters?
Masters. Pretty much everyone in our race was on the wrong side of 40.
Yep.
Some of us were the wrong side of 45. And we still averaged, close to 38k an hour over that distance with that amount of climbing. It was tough. It was really tough, and I don't think you go up there looking for an easy race.
All the boys get through?
Everyone got through. Shiny side up.
Shiny side up?
Shiny side up. The great Glatsby got in the break, just missed out on the front. 4 got away. He chased, just missed out and getting on. He finished 7th in the end, which was not a bad result.
So he didn't get in the break?
I missed the break, but it was in the second break.
Glasby
Yeah.
missed the break.
We were
That's
fifth.
what I'm reading between the lines.
We were 5th as a team, and then the rest of us all came in sort of at the front end of the main bunch.
Excellent.
It was good time. We had a
So,
great time. A few
like in the-
bintangs at the end.
few bintangs
You
at
had
the
to rehydrate.
Yep. Now, we support this style of racing up. You're flying to Singapore, catch a ferry to Batam like these guys did, and then earlier in the year there's the tour to Bintan. There's lots of great racing up there for riders who have started the sport late, the other side of 30, late, who never got the opportunities in your younger days in life to do sport full time and so forth. I think there's a great opportunity for West Australians especially to be able to travel to Singapore and then go slightly off the coast and race things like Tour de Bintan,
The
Tour de
Batam Six Bridges is fantastic.
It just gives you that feel of actually riding real bike racing and internationally. And it's not at a level that you can't handle. Some guys can go over there, as we saw with the Dome team earlier this year going to the Tour de Bintan, and in past years we've had people like Cass Higgs, Rebecca Mackey, Luke Bannum, Ryan Wilmot all go up and race things like the Tour de Bintan and really have a good time and just experience something different. So I'm all for it. If you ever get the opportunity, go on Facebook, you'll find a number of different Facebook pages, Tour of Batam.
Psycho Sports website,
website.
You can't miss it. Kent McCallum up there does a fantastic job, organises a whole bunch of racing. Get on there, get up there and have some fun, guys. It is really, really good. But take a word of advice. Don't fly in the day before and fly it the day after. Give yourself a couple either side because, Jesus, it was hard.
So you thought you'd need to experience that not to know that earlier?
Well, I'm a bit dumb. I'm a little bit of a slow learner, but, Jesus, 13 hours of travel each day. either side of the race is probably not the best preparation. You know, and
like
once
a
again,
producer.
the Batam Tourist Board, magnificent, well done, guys. We would be happy to come back any time when you're putting races on.
See you next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
next year.
Mate, I tell you, the Giro, it's all happening.
Everyone's winning or everyone's falling off.
Well, that's generally
Police motorbikes. Police motorbikes. I mean, seriously, police motorbikes slightly in the roadway. Not a lot in the roadway.
It was a
just
pretty
enough.
wide. It was a pretty wide road, though.
It was a wide road, but Movistar were on the front. They were doing like 30k an hour uphill. I've seen one or two people do the old, why didn't they point it out to the rider behind them? They were on the bit. They had their head down just trying to chase the wheel in front of them, and all of a sudden there was a police motorbike
Yeah,
stuck there.
Wilco Kelderman's just went smack bang in the middle of it.
Smacked into it.
Look, it's probably not the best place in the road to park the bike.
Oh, it's a stupid place to park.
But, the bike rider needs to also be looking a bit forward.
You need to pay attention
paying
a little bit
attention.
if you can. But what's it done? It totally wiped out Sky. No one cried. But unfortunately,
Not unhappy about that either. No,
did
can't say I'm
wipe out
unhappy about that.
Orica's boy, Australia's own Adam Yates.
No, he's English. He's
I
English
know
now.
he's English.
He's
but
English
he
now
rides for
because
Orica,
he
and
rides
if you ride
for
for Orica, you're an Australian.
Unless you're crashing out, then you're English
Yeah,
again.
unless you're not in the chance to win the podium anymore, and then you're
And
just a
let
pop.
me say, I'm just going to say this right now, Lander and Thomas were never going to win the race anyway. Never going to win the Giro. Never.
Who is going to win the Giro?
Well,
Come on.
the Colombian's going to
Come
win
on.
it. He's going to
No,
win it.
he's
He's
not.
going to win it going away because
No.
he is just too good. The only one who might give him a go is Tommy Dumoulin.
Nah, I still say Nibali's going to win.
Well, I'd like to
still
see
say
that.
Nibali's
I do
gonna win.
like Nibali, but I just don't. I think it might have
Because I
just
reckon
passed him.
Nibali's going to time trial better than Quintana. Dumoulin,
He takes pink tomorrow.
he's going to take pink tonight.
Tonight, is it? Oh.
Yeah, it's tonight, the time trial, I think. Is it? Yeah, Tuesday. So Dumoulin's going to win the time trial, or go well enough to take the jersey. And Nibali, I think, is going to put just enough time to take some time back on Quintana. 70 kilometres of time trialling. But it happened. Orica backed him every single day. They never questioned him. And Caleb came up with the goods.
He did it well,
He did it
considering he
very
had a
well.
little bit of a tummy upset.
Did he have a tummy
He had to
upset?
stop halfway through and evacuate. Got back on, got in, and won it. They said it was close. It was half a wheel.
Yeah.
Well, it's just close, I suppose, at that speed, but it wasn't a tyre.
If you want to have a bit of fun while the Giro's on, not really into promoting. We do promote other things. Check out Backstage Pass. They do a pre and a post. Dan Jones is the man behind that.
Does a pretty good job.
You'll all be familiar with Backstage Pass, but I tell you what, seriously, it's the best thing that can happen to world sport. I wish they did this for MotoGP and they did it for Formula One car racing.
Well, they
as
do a bit for Formula One, a little bit
But
for
it's all
MotoGP, but it's all
staged,
staged.
This is natural.
Of
The
course,
boys are
Dan
just
Jones
talking.
doesn't stage anything.
And Alex Edmondson, I tell you what, the boy's going to have a big career on TV when he finishes. Good looking, talks to the camera
I
well.
don't know if he's good looking, mate. I don't judge the looks of blokes.
Oh, well,
We got-
pretty's pretty, mate.
Pretty's
Good,
pretty.
Don't want to kiss him.
That's what my wife tells me.
No, she doesn't tell you. Anyway, Tour of California is also on, and all the sprinters went there. Well, the one's not at the Giro anyway. And Marcel Kittel, the man with the greatest hair in the pro sport, not the domestic sport, because that's reserved for Doug Stewart. But in pro sport, Marcel Kittel won stage number 1, won it easily in front of Peter Sagan. But then we had
The
stage
nearly
2.
man, Peter Sagan.
Nearly
Nearly
man.
man.
He nearly wins everything. And then we had the stage 2, and Raf Micah won the stage in front of George Bennett. He now leads the race. But
Gordon Bennett, did he?
He did. Gordon Bennett, he got second. Anyway, 2 things about the stage, other than Micah. Well, that makes 3. 1, Lockie Morton, riding for Dimension Data, Aussie boy.
Does all right in the States, does he?
4th, does all right going uphill as well. But there was a young man who crashed going down the hill. Skoyins, a Latvian boy, rides for Cannondale. Now, he hit the deck, clearly
Hard.
hit his head, had a bit of a wobble to one side of the road on his feet, wobbled back in front of the second group coming
Fell
down
off,
the road.
got on his bike, fell off it again.
The SRAM Neutral Service gave him his bike and put him back on. The man went about 2 or 3 more minutes down the road with a broken collarbone and concussion. Everyone's whinging that he shouldn't have gotten back on the
He
bike.
was visiting the Pixies, mate.
He was
on
in the
the
Pixie
outer
land,
limits
no
of
doubt
the
about
planet Coosbane. He had no idea where he was,
So-
and it was the right decision to pull him off.
Definitely
And
had
when
to
I
get
say
him
pull him
out
off,
of the
take
bike
him
race.
off the bike.
That's right. And, everyone's having a crack at the SRAM guy for handing him back the bike.
That's
It's
his job.
He's not a doctor, and, everyone's got a bit of a wobbly bob on when they're falling off a bike race, especially at the point in of a bike race.
Sometimes
So,
I have a wobbly bob when I haven't fallen off my bike, but that's another
exactly
story.
right.
Mate, on the weekend we had only 2 races. We had Peel, 112 starters.
Club record at a Peel race. What does that tell you?
turn up, race, have fun, go home.
Make it easy. They'll turn up and they'll race.
TT on the Saturday. Once
Yep.
again, Atta doing a magnificent job.
Yep. Well done to
And-
Pat Sakani-Williams, taking out, I think he PB'd, and he also PB'd his speed either the last week or the week before.
Who does
but,
he race for, Matt? He's Oral 7?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He rode for Veris the other week in
you-
overseas.
Maybe he rides for a bunch of
I
different
think
people.
Pat just rides for Pat.
Well done.
Good on you, Pat. Matt
Mate.
Burton was second. That was
Well
good to
done.
see.
And look, how can we go? The WA guys going very, very well over East.
They were.
The young Wiggins chap, he
Craig Wiggins won the last stage of Mersey Valley.
did. He was,
In
and he's
under
coached by
19s.
the great Stuart Passmore. The great Stuart
Hashtag.
Passmore. Hashtag.
Hate Stuart Passmore. Emily Mascara, I have to say, big well done. A little bit biased because she rides in a Wormel kit and she rides an Eddie Merckx bike, but this kid's just been selected to ride for Australia in the Bahamas at the Junior Commonwealth Games. Well done to Emily, and she's on form. She's only 16 years of age. She's the first year on the 19, and she just ran 10th outright in the Mersey Valley NRS Women's Tour. The best ride by a West Aussie in that race this year. Erin Keneally was there riding for Holden Racing. She
But
got
she's
second.
she's a Victorian.
She got second in the opening time trial by about 4 seconds, ended up about 19th.
Yep.
So big well done to Em. Big well done also to Connor Lay, another one of my kids in the team who ran second in the time
I
trial.
didn't know you were his dad.
And he is in the long squad for the Australian Teams Pursuit Junior Worlds team, and they're out at training camp at the moment. So well done to those three kids. Big thank you also to Andrew Jackson.
Yeah, AJ's a
Cycle
quality
Talk
man.
Coaching. If you want to look on Facebook, he was over there looking after all the kids. Didn't matter what colour jersey they wore, didn't matter what team they rode for, didn't matter whether girl, boy, ugly, pretty. AJ looks after him. He looks
AJ
after him like
doesn't
that.
care.
He is his
He's
own.
He is fantastic, and I tell you, he made sure they ate healthily because he ate all the pies while they were away.
Yes, he always eats all the pies.
Or
does
eats
AJ,
all the
there's no
pies.
doubt
Now,
about it.
once again, the girls overseas, our team, our girl Jess Allen's been training in Girona. She had a bit of a tumble coming down on a gravel road, but she's okay. And
she had a face mask.
Yeah.
Her and the girls had a
Oh,
face
big
mask
black
the other
face
night.
mask.
Big black
Yeah,
face
it looked
mask. and
fantastic. And
Dinner. We won't put that photo up. Oh, no, here it is. There it
and
is.
the WMT girls, they did, or was it WNT? Anyway, they did very well in the Tour Series over there this year.
How well
this
did they
week.
do?
Katie Archibald, she won.
Well done, Katie.
Katie did well. Our girl, our Becca Carter, was on the front doing the job. She's back after a bit of a break and showing how strong she is.
And
So
a big message out to Hayley Jones. She's in the
Getting
gym, getting better, broke her wing, so she's on the way back. Now, this week in Western Australia, West Coast Masters, round number 2, West Coast Masters.
It's near a bup this week.
Near a bum is, if it was my daughter saying it, she had a big giggle about that. So near a bup this week. Now, we had a good email from Bob Addy, the man out at West Coast Masters a couple of weeks ago. Now, they aren't messing about out there. You start to play around on the right-hand side of the road, you're going to get disqualified. Look after each other out there. A little bit of not holding your line in the sprints. There was a bit of a crash, unfortunately.
Yeah, make sure you glue your tubs on, people.
Yes, you have to take the cap off the
The glue, you actually have to put it on the rim.
On the rim. Anyway, that's what has to happen there. Not a lot more to look forward to. Not a lot more to talk about. If you want to ask us a question, if you want to yell and scream at us, matt1@iinet.net.au. There you go. Finally said it right for the first time in
the first time
one
for
down,
everything.
3 upside down series.
Well done, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be back next week. We'll tell you what's going on at the Giro. We'll talk about what's happened in local racing, and we might have some other stuff to talk about.
You going to race on Sunday?
No, I'm in Sydney, mate.
Oh, he's in Sydney.
I'm working for a
boy.
living. I'm a hard-working man. I'm going to Oxford Street,
Going
see what I
Oxford
can
Street,
pick up.
Sydney.
Yeah,
You have fun.
ladies and gentlemen, see you later.
Bye-bye.